Hello and welcome. Today, we will be going over the Z strategy with Mr. Zenz. The Z strategy is a technique that helps to find elapsed time. The first step to finding the elapsed time with the Z strategy is to sketch a Z in your workspace. You will place your start time on the top left corner of the Z. You will place your end time on the bottom right corner of the Z. A great way to think about this strategy is to look at it as if it is a journey, and you have to stay on Z path until you find the end time at the end of the Z. Your next step will be to place the next whole hour after your start time on the top right of the Z, also called a benchmark. Then you will place the whole hour before the end time on the bottom left of your Z, your other benchmark. Once you have your start time, end time, and benchmark times in the correct locations, you are ready to find the differences between your times. You will need to remember to label your minutes and hours so that you can add up your alike units of time once you have found your differences in the benchmarks. Remember, you cannot add apples and oranges. You must add apples with apples and oranges with oranges. Let's try an example problem together. Let's find the elapsed time between 3:54 p.m. and 7:35 p.m. Draw your Z and place your start time, 3:54 p.m., in the top left corner and your end time, 7:35 p.m., in the bottom right corner. Now, let's place our benchmark times in the correct locations. The next whole hour after our start time is 4 p.m. This time will go in the top right corner of our Z. The whole hour that is before our end time is 7 p.m. This time will go on the bottom left side of the Z. As you can see, we have our start and end times as well as the other benchmark times in the correct locations. Now it is time to find the differences. The difference between 3:54 and 4 is 6 minutes. We will write this on the top bar of the Z. Don't forget to label your units of time. The time difference between 4 and 7 is 3 hours. This unit of time will be labeled next to the diagonal bar of the Z. Don't forget to label your units of time, in this case, hours. The time difference between 7 and 7:35 is 35 minutes. This will be written on the bottom bar of the Z. The last step is to combine our minutes. Remember, you must add apples to apples. This is why it's important to label your units of time. 6 minutes plus 35 minutes is 41 minutes. When you say elapsed time, you always say the hours first and the minutes second. The elapsed time between 3:54 p.m. and 7:35 p.m. is 3 hours and 41 minutes. Credits: Voice, Carol Zenz. Script, Carol Zenz.